Cousin Internet. It's me, Cousin Todd, with Mama's Comedy Show. And with me is Cousin Jason.
Hello.
And Cousin Ali.
Hello, how are you?
Oh,
It's like
wow.
Jason. I sound just like Jason.
We switched.
You guys, are you guys alive?
I'm alive.
Did you survive the storm?
Yeah. I mean,
Dorian,
yeah,
2019.
we had one of those cat tubes roll from one side of our patio to the other. It was
Whoa.
scary for a
How'd you
moment.
deal with that?
Just put it back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but can you really
But it really-
rebuild?
Okay, can I tell you the most disappointing part of that was that
Yeah.
we couldn't do the gentleman's challenge.
Oh yeah, I know.
I was excited when you posted. I was like, yes,
Yeah.
no gentleman's challenge.
What we really need is another hurricane to destroy lives in town.
so that we can
do
create
comedy.
I was in New York City for the entire duration of the storm.
Yeah.
And some.
Yeah, and some, because MCO would not open up. They're like, the winds are at 4 miles an hour. We should probably keep this
what
shut
the fuck
down.
is going on?
Dude, it
Because
was crazy.
when Irma fucking wrecked the town, everything was up and running the next day.
Yes.
Almost everything. my show was canceled.
I think there were
Our
so
show
many,
was canceled.
I think there were so many vacation days that needed to be taken
Yeah.
for MCO. They were like, all right, so we're taking another day? Eileen needs to come back. Fuck that beaner. We're going to let him stay in New York.
Yeah. Did you have vacation days, or were you just out money?
I'm out money.
All right. What's
Yeah.
your Venmo?
Yeah, we're going to start a GoFundMe
Yeah.
at MexiMan68.
69 was taken.
Yeah, I owe you one.
Oh, so yeah, the airports were all fucked up. I tried to order stuff through Amazon like 4 days ago, and they were like, nothing is coming into Orlando till Monday.
Yeah.
I was like, what? Guys, this didn't hit us.
It at all. Can I get my toothpaste? And they're like, no.
No.
No, you don't need toothpaste. You're already clean and sanitary, apparently.
But yeah, I honestly, if you're going to be stuck in a place, New York City is the best place to be stuck. I got to see 2 Broadway shows.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
What'd you see?
I saw my very first Broadway show. I've never been to a Broadway show.
What was
and
it?
I saw Come From Away, which was not a giggity moment.
Which was not about bukkake, as you
It's
thought.
it's not about bukkake, guys.
Well, then they should change the title because that's really misleading.
No, it's about.
I want my money back. Not a single person came from far away on anything.
No, it's about when they shut down all the airports for 9/11.
Irony.
They rerouted all the. There's an airport in Canada or Canada that was like one of the largest airports ever, because whenever they did transatlantic flights, they had to refuel. So they kept that one open to refuel, and then when they finally built planes that could last, it became obsolete. So they were getting ready to close it, and then 9/11 happened, and they rerouted all planes.
And they were like, thank God.
Yeah. Oh, jeez, yeah. And so they rerouted all these planes. 36 planes landed there, and then they had to keep them there. So people were opening up their homes to
it's 'cause
strangers.
Canada.
Yeah, super nice. And it's an amazing musical. So good, man. So well done. It was really good, yeah.
So, like, the crazy thing about that is it's set in a place called St. John in Newfoundland. Now, I'd heard about St. John in Newfoundland from my very first improv teacher, a guy called Ken Campbell, who his first day of teaching me improv was just a general life lesson. Keep enough money in a shoebox under your bed for a return flight to St. John, Newfoundland. And when you get there, go to there's a name of a bar that's like a 5-minute drive from the airport, and he said you'll arrive there about 7 p.m. in the evening, and by midnight you'll have made more friends and good ones than you had made in your life up to the point of arriving in St. John, Newfoundland. And it's like the center of improv for this, like one little segment of UK.
How
improv.
disappointed are you going to be when you actually go there and it's like a shithole? Like can you imagine like you 86 years old and you've got your little shoebox in your hand. You get on the plane. Megan's long dead. you get on the plane and you're like, I've wanted to do this my entire life. My wife, who I've loved for my life, is now gone. This is the one dream I can fulfill. And you get there and it's like just a shitty titty bar.
Now they used
Which
to
hold on,
be-
time out. There's no such thing as a shitty titty bar.
No, I've been to a shitty titty bar.
Well, you don't like
Is
titties.
that,
Shitty
is that a
titty.
bar with shitty
Shitty
titties,
titties.
or the bar is shitty?
They're just dragging a
Isn't
little
it?
too low if it's shitty titty.
It's a Boston Barrage.
But no,
is
there
the
is
name.
there is apparently a shop, a store in St John, Newfoundland, which is based on a thing called phonetic poetry.
Okay.
It's run by a guy called Ernie Finn and his wife.
Bert.
No, it's like it's like Nora Elizabeth Finn, and so they're both. So there's Ernie Finn and Any Finn, and it's called Anything.
Oh my God.
And it's the only sell things that follow that phonetic pattern. So they sell knee braces because it's a knee thing. They sell like the plushy lions because it's an thing.
Is this place still open?
I don't know, but it's
How
certainly
can
did
you-
used to exist.
How?
Because
It's
there
like a
are
tourist attraction,
there
I guess.
are amazing businesses that are no longer a thing. But if you're like, yeah, we sell knee braces because it's a knee thing, and we are just rolling in money. Like that. Can you imagine being the guy who's like, so I opened up a store because I figured there were enough people who needed crutches, so I sell these crutch accessories. Like, that's an actual thing that's helping people, and I couldn't stay open for 6 months. And this guy's like, yeah, I opened a store based on stupid jokes about my name. Nothing, there's no...
I sell vibrators because it's a cunt thing. It's like,
Nothing makes sense in the store, but yeah, people come in, sell the shit out of stuff. Because it's a shitty thing.
hey. So, yeah, show was phenomenal.
Yeah.
And then I saw Betrayal. The first
Which is
day...
also not about Bugaki.
No.
To your disappointment.
To my disappointment. Which was the first day that my flight was canceled in New York. So I got to see Betrayal. And with Loki and Daredevil is basically who was
Oh, yeah?
in it, and this woman who shall remain nameless because no one knew her. But it's really good, like good theater, good stuff. He was Charlie Cox, I think, was phenomenal. Like he did a really good job. Loki.
How did he make his way around the set?
I don't think he's really blind, Tom.
What? So
Yeah.
you're telling me that he took a job from a blind person to
Yeah.
play that
What a
superhero?
shitty
Yeah.
human being.
What an asshole.
Yeah.
You supported him.
Yeah.
Wow.
I did.
Wow.
I did. I'm sorry. Me and Jimmy John.
That's why I didn't see Big Mama's house.
Why?
Because he took the part from a plus-size woman.
Who had a house?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Shame
a
on you, Martin Lawrence.
Plus size actress who owns property is at home being like, I could have done that.
At what point? This is actually a for real question that I've had. Working in the other back when the show was Treasure Tavern that we did,
Mm-hmm.
you played the role of Lute
Yep.
as a gay person,
Yes. A good person.
a gay person. On the rare occasion that I would do that role, I would play him equally as effeminate, but I would play him straight. Because part of me thought that was funny.
Which is where you originate that at Sleuths, right? You did that
Yeah.
as Michael.
Yeah.
Oh, I loved that character.
But where is there a line? And this is the part that because I had problem playing the character that comedically
Mhm.
as gay when the joke is that he's gay. My personal struggle was, how is this different than me playing another race? And
Yeah, but okay. So you played a parody of,
Right.
of a person who was very effeminate,
right,
but quote unquote was straight.
right.
Like you would play it was, like my wife would go do this, and
And that's how I would justify it. Was
Right.
I would justify it by maybe I'm a closeted gay and I'm trying too hard.
or Southern,
Yeah.
because that's really Chris Lee knows best. That fucker's gay.
Yeah.
And then like I used to think I was like, okay, no, it's not it's Michael, it's Corky in Waiting for Guffman.
Right.
Very effeminate, and then until he says, I shop for all my wife's clothes.
Yeah.
And they're like, whoa, wait a sec, what?
Yeah.
So you were playing that role, so I didn't think it was.
Yeah, that was
offensive.
it was just always something that I was like, is someone going to come at me and say, and here's the difference, like between, like, cause you just went for it, And nobody ever questioned it. When anyone was playing it, no one ever questioned it.
Right.
But just in my head, I was like, oh, but like if I was doing blackface, at some point someone would say something.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Someone would at some point someone would go, hey,
wait a second.
I don't think. He just rubs my face and goes, wait a minute. This comes right off.
Well, we've talked about this on the podcast before. It's all about like who the victim is. It's not all gay people.
Right.
It's that character. In your case, it was the comedy comes from the fact that you are the comedy is that you are pretending to be something you're not.
Right.
And you meaning Todd, and with Ali, it's like it's so big and so over the top, it becomes a cartoon.
Right.
And
Exactly.
it's that character who does not exist. There isn't
Right.
like with the exception of maybe
Oh no, I know some.
Liberace.
Yeah.
With the way with the way he was also costumed, like there was no one.
Yeah. Well,
Like-
no. My character was based off Fernando, and at Treasure Tavern.
Yeah, the guy who worked there.
Like, because he would go, what was the big character? That's right. That's it. Ay Dios. That's it. Papi. Ay Dios. So then I created that character for Loot. Mira que pasa. Ay Dios.
And
Mira.
I would walk up to two women who were there together and I go, hey, do you ladies come together? Do you want to?
My favorite was I just wanna take you home and I would tear you up. And just that used to kill me when you do shit like that.
I would do the one of the dancers, this beautiful girl. Her name was Amber. She was there talking to some guests, and I walked up to her while she was talking to the guests at her table, and I went, "Oh no, it was Jade." Not that it matters to the story, but I went, "Jade, you left your Valtrex in my car," and then I turned to the people she was talking to and went, "Herpes medicine."
Okay, one of my favorite bits that we did was when we would be in the middle of the show, and we did the it's like if you open up a can of biscuits during the summer.
I still do that for Brittany.
And then you would go. It gets all slippery, it's sticky on your hands. And
Oh, yeah.
I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, you made me laugh. So what the joke is, and I still do the joke when like Brittany, who's the dancer, the only one that I do this to because she is uber fit.
Yeah,
Like
it's obvious she's not this.
she is uber fit. And her abs are showing, and she's wearing a corset. And the joke is, she's beautiful. Everything from the legs up looks good. Everything from the shoulders up is good. But when she takes off that corset, it's a train wreck.
And then I would go, yeah. You ever open up a can of biscuits during the summer? Poof.
And I go,
Like, it's
yeah, and I'm like, that's not what I saw in the store. Now my fingers are sticky for nothing. I still do that joke. You made me laugh one night where you went, looks like Google Maps. I was talking about what she looked like outside of the corset, and he goes, looks like Google Maps. Balled up homework.
Freaking Corey Holcomb, balled up homework. He was in town recently. I wanted to go.
Oh, Corey
Your
Holcomb.
stomach looks like balled up homework. Oh my god.
But here's again going to who's the victim is a great example of as long as she doesn't act offended and the audience clearly sees that this is a tiny dancing girl.
She's your tiny dancer.
The audience looks at us like we're the idiots.
Well, Jimmy Carr wrote. He's an English comedian. If you don't know who he is, he wrote a book called The Naked Jape. I've mentioned it on the
I
podcast
love Jimmy
before.
Carr.
And he talks about like the fact how he structures his quote unquote offensive jokes.
Right.
Is that it's not about. So he'll tell jokes that could be interpreted misogynistically, but the victim isn't women, it's him. It's not that you're not laughing because of the misogynist joke. You're laughing because he's not going to get laid talking like that.
Right.
And it was always the same with basically the character that you have
Yeah.
throughout your entire life, Todd.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it's all
The
day, every
character,
day.
right.
It's like
The character, quote
like,
unquote.
he's not a douchebag. Like he's not the dickhead you meet. Like it's a character.
I will say this from trying to train people into my role over there. I do have an ability to get away with saying things
Yes.
that if I said it in a bar to strangers, I would be murdered.
Yeah.
There have
It's a
been many
contract.
times that people have tried to do my shit.
Yeah.
Like when I was at City Walk or I was at Sleuths, and they're trying to do my jokes, and they end up getting like negative guest complaints
Yeah.
and stuff. I go, no, Ruben, our friend Ruben,
Yep.
used to do stuff as Donkey, and then people would try to do the same stuff. And he's like, no, he gets away with it. There's
Yeah.
a way you could do it. Doug Bowser is one of the best people, the best example of that.
Yeah.
Especially here at Sleuths. He's done some stuff that I went, ooh, I
He is
clutched pearls. But he
amazingly
does it.
funny.
He does it in a way
It's
that
a
you know
commitment.
he's kidding. So people go, what the oh my God. But then they go, that was funny.
Yeah.
And he gets away with it because, like, I would sit there and go, especially in our age now, I'm like, there are letters. There
Yeah.
are lots of letters. And he doesn't because he's funny and they know he's kidding.
Just-
but there
it's
are
the-
people that try it and they're like,
Last week, and
done.
Megan was there for this. It's funny. Speaking of your wife, Megan, we were having this conversation. There's
Still?
they're
Oh.
still married.
really?
Um,
Yeah, well, I'm still here, so
there's a line in the show where no, you'd still be here. It would just be super awkward because I would still invite her to come watch you do the shows.
no, I mean in America.
Oh.
That was so funny. You didn't get that? Come on, that was brilliant.
I
so
thought
good.
I thought like, at what point are you good no matter what happens?
I think
Is it 5 years?
Technically speaking, I'm good now,
Yeah, so you can kill her.
but you've got to sell it.
It would have been great in 6 hours. Like he's timing it.
Well, who knows? No, now with Trump in charge, you could be gone
Oh
even
my
though
God.
you're married. You don't know.
As long as he has a Sharpie, you're fucked.
Do you see someone drew someone was a map of America, and someone took a Sharpie and extended America around Greenland?
Oh, I'm so glad someone did that because I thought we were doing that.
Oh, it's fucking funny. But Megan and I were talking about it because her character in the show is this lovable goofball.
Mm-hmm.
She's the underdog that kind of gets shit on. Not kind of. She gets shit on throughout the show.
Right.
And there's a line in the show where she says, "What do these girls have that I don't?" And from the back of the house, the two other guys go, "Talent." And she goes, "Shut up!" And the audience laughs. And they
Right.
go, "A boyfriend." And she goes, "Shut up!" And the audience laughs. And we were having this conversation of if you don't react like that, like if you don't tell us to shut up or, basically fuck off, we are monsters for saying
Yes.
these things to
Yes.
you. And a great example is our other Gertie, who's another just hysterically funny girl. The other night, the night after Megan and I were having this conversation, she didn't react.
Oh.
When we said
and
it-
the audience went,
Yep, the audience shut down.
yep. Yeah.
And it's one of those things where it's the Three Stooges. If you poke Curly in the eye and he goes, "Jesus Christ, my eyes!
Yeah, you're done.
I can't see."
Yeah. It's a
It's-
completely different reaction.
Although that would be kind
It
of
would be awesome. I teach stand-up comedy at SAC Comedy Lab. I teach stand-up comedy.
It's
and one of the
definitely
things-
in the top 5 of the 5
I hate you
stand-up
so much.
classes that are
There are
happening
only
in
two.
Orlando
There are
right
only
now.
two in Orlando. Shut
It's still in the top 5.
up. I'm top one. But I tell them, one of my favorite things that I play the first day, I go, it's tough to be a comic right now because everyone's offended, and everyone says you can't make this funny. And I go, you can make any subject funny if you do it right. Dana Gould, love Dana Gould, who took a break from stand-up comedy to write for this shitty-ass show called The Simpsons.
right.
So he'd been doing that for a while, and he came back. He opened up his special.
Was that about OJ?
No.
Okay.
But he opens up a special. He comes out and he talks about like the JFK assassination, and he's like, he goes, "I was born 9 months and 2 weeks after JFK was assassinated, which tells you everything you need to know about how my father processes grief," which is brilliant. And he goes, "Now when I watch the footage, I know if he doesn't get shot, I wouldn't be here." So I'm like, "Hurry up and shoot! He's passing the overpass!" And then he goes, "I know a lot of you guys are going, that's not funny. You can't make fun of it. You can make fun of anything as long as you do it right." And just to kick the show off right, let's do a rape joke, an AIDS joke, and a joke about 9/11. So he starts his special with those 3 topics that
Right.
are huge.
Yeah.
But he does it in a way that doesn't make fun of victims.
Mm-hmm.
It kind of puts it around the subject. So he really does do it about the topic,
Right.
but it's not about victim shaming. It's not about this type of stuff. It's great. His rape joke is, any whistle can be a rape whistle, except maybe a slide whistle. And he's like, "Ah, pew!" I'm like, that's fucking brilliant because it's not about rape. It's not about the action of rape. It's not about the victim. It's about the absurdity of the rape whistle being a slide whistle. And I went, yeah, any topic can be made fun of if you do it right.
Right.
And just like that, the misogynist stuff, is if you make that reaction, it's fine.
When we did Duty Humor, the first show was all about corporate profit off of tragedy. And
so good.
The whole show, there are these really offensive commercials for this company that is advertising in our show. But the bit is Florida public schools. We don't know what the Holocaust is. So
something called the Holocaust.
What does Hitler have to do with Star Trek? But like, yeah, this company, they opened a Titanic-themed water park and a Vietnamese children's pizzeria called Charlie Cheese and all of these things. And we react dumbly to them because if we're oblivious to it, it makes our impact later on in the show, which we talk about. Like there was this whole corporate profit off of tragedy. That's the basis of the show. And it started because I saw a church like fall festival, and they had a Titanic slide, like an inflatable slide,
a Titanic,
and
with the things that you could bounce off of, ding ding.
Yeah. And I remember I was driving with my ex, and I was like, "Fuck, that is like these kids are just sliding down the deck of the Titanic."
You can say his name, Jason Murphy.
and then I was like, "Can you imagine if in like 70 years there's Twin Tower slide with kids just sliding down it?"
Yeah.
That's the equivalent of what it was.
It's the equivalent of it.
And so we did our first run of Duty Humor, like our test show at Sleuths. And someone in the audience was like, it was a great show. We got it, what you were saying. Like, we got the message. It was a little overhanded at the end. And I was like, okay, we did that because we weren't sure if people would get that we were trying to do satire and not just make fun of a tragedy. So we pulled back on it. Reviews were great. Everyone got that it was satire. People liked the show. And one night, Jay, this guy who was in the cast, was like, the audience was hot. They were laughing at everything. They got the message, and then he threw in the line, "But I made a killing off those 9/11 T-shirts."
and nothing.
Because our tech, he had set his cue for our tech. Like we did what we do at Mama's, what we learned tonight. So there's this sad music or this meaningful music as we're all saying what we learned. He gave his cue, so the text stopped the music.
God.
So it's dead silence of him going,
silence.
"But I made a killing off those 9/11 T-shirts."
Okay.
And you see instant regret on his face. There's a video of it. You see his face.
That's the video of the DVD. It's so good.
All right. Well, we're at 1 minute until our doors.
Okay. So we should probably go.
We need to say what we learned tonight.
Okay.
Jason, what did you learn tonight?
What did I learn tonight? I mean, every week I learn that I learn nothing. But I learned that Cody is a tardy asshole. Where the fuck is he?
Yeah, he does have a tidy asshole.
Yes, he does have a tidy asshole.
It's very clean. You could eat off of it. Out of it.
And also that
out of it, off
Todd
of it.
has been to a shitty titty bar, but won't say whether it's a bar that's shitty or the titties were shitty.
I'll tell that story next week.
Nice.
Ali, what did you learn tonight?
I learned that Megan doesn't know this, but Jason would not be here right now if his fucking visa would just get through it. He's back.
Yeah.
They would not be married right now.
I'll hook you up with someone. And I learned something tonight, too. I learned that for most of my life, I've been playing a character, guys. All right, we're Mama's Comedy Show. We're here every Friday night at 10 p.m. Call 407-363-1985 to make a reservation. You can find me, Todd, on Twitter. I just posted my first tweet in like 6 months. Have you played Overwatch? I
saw it.
Have you played Overwatch since they've changed the...
Not recently, no.
It fucking sucks.
I saw your tweet and I went, oh, shit. He must be pissed because you tweeted it.
Nerds.
Whoa. Never say that with your cock in my hand.
Yeah, no, they changed the matchmaking system, so you have to select what class you're going to play, and then you have to wait for an opening in that class.
Oh, F that right in the A.
It was literally, I don't know how much time was on that picture that I tweeted. It was like 26 minutes or something. I ended up not playing.
That's another.
This is the stuff that the Mama's Comedy Show audience listening for.
By the way, if you want to play with me, I ended up playing Halo. If you want to play with me and Apex Legends, if you want to play on Xbox Live, Duty Poo Poo, DOODIEPOOPOO at Todders is my Twitter and my Insta. Jason, where are you?
I am on my website, jasonblackwater.co.uk, because I'm
fucking foreigners. Come over here, take our damn jobs.
But not our websites.
And Instagram at @JBlackwater. J is in the letter, black is in the color, and water is in the liquid.
Racist.
Ali, where are you?
You can find me Instagram at comedic actor Ali at Twitter.
It's a parody site.
Yes, it is. I hate you so much. Actor Dad on Facebook. My podcast, Two Fat Dads. That's TOO. Fat Dads podcast on Instagram. Stop it. At Two Fat Dads Pod on Twitter and aaliflores.com on the website thingy.
All right. We'll see you guys next week.
Peace out.
Bye.
Bye.